Okay, I worked for Prime 8 years. I would have retired with them, got my tenure, but they kept on messing with me. Now, this is the funny thing that happened. I had Rick Wade and John Wade at the bowling alley. Rick was a mechanic. John Wade was a trainee. Anyway, Steve Steve Waters was his name. I remember that now. And Waters was a big guy. He was lazy. He was a big guy, but he really knew what he was doing. So he trained me early because he wanted me to take over somebody else's place. And he trained me, and I ran into Rick Wade. And he was a rocker also, so we had a lot in common. This one guy comes around who has been there for a while, being a jerk. He looks at me, he goes, I'm going to mess you up. Go ahead, give it your best shot. And we had a staring contest. And he swung. I pulled my head away. He missed. He swung again, he missed. He goes, aren't you going to swing back at me? I said, no, I like you. And he looked at me and he went, oh, and ran off. John saw that and he goes, where did you learn how to fight? I told him YMCA. Another guy kind of did the same thing and got disgusted because they were supposed to be moved up instead of me. So John Wade was a Michigan State quarterback. I got to train him at the bowling alley. He'd come in and he was talking and everything else, and he didn't like my gender situation. But he kind of figured me out. He said, I heard about you. I said, yeah? How? You know Peyton Manning? He's one of my best friends. Okay, well, so do I. So we both knew Manning. There's a football connection. John was a sweetheart. One day I got up and a pair of my pants were in the bed and he was holding. He was single. He goes, how did I get in there? I said, John, do you want it? No. If you like, I'll give you some of my underwear. He started laughing. He goes, yeah, I know, it's a fetish. I said, you're not the first, you will be the last. And John Wade and Rick Wade went their separate way. And then I ran into Sandra Morgan and Byron Morgan. Byron Morgan was this black man. He was really into what he did. He was really good as a trainee. And my mom wanted to take him lunch. He said no because I called over, okay, we're here. So I went home. He went to a motel room. No, he stayed in the car, in the truck. And anyway, I had my reset and we turned around and went to dinner, and Byron came out of the truck and went over and met Mom. She just gave him a big old bear hug, and she goes, she called him my Stevie, said that you are the most remarkable person, and she loves having you in the truck with her. And he said, you missed out on a good meal. And Byron looked at me and said, wow, you got a nice appearance. I said, most of the time. Sometimes they're not nice. But anyway, he came and went, and then Sandra Morgan came by. I went from a good trainee to somebody that didn't know anything. Now, I went to Byron's house, and I met his wife, because Byron had an accent. It was terrible. And his wife was narrating everything he said, and I said, you know what, Byron, I didn't understand a word you said. He goes, "Oh, do you understand me?" So he's kind of like Randy. I guess that's why I understand Randy so well. He kind of does the same thing Byron did. Byron Morgan, Sandra Morgan came and went. I filed a complaint about abuse of my parents in a nursing home, in the California nursing home in Los Angeles. Penn Mutual sued him for $10 million and won. I got $1,835 of it. And Emil Borrellis was from Minnesota. I knew a guy out there that I was talking to. It was the governor of Minnesota. Because I went in and delivered to him a couple times and started talking to him. He said, "I'm a governor." He goes, "I know you. You're that English brat." I said, "Yeah, that's me." So anyway, we started talking and everything, and he said when I told him what I'd done and what I accomplished and everything, he said, "You accomplished all that without an attorney by yourself?" I said, "Yeah, I was going to be an attorney. I missed getting my license by 5 points, so I didn't take it again." He goes, "Why don't you want to be an attorney?" "I don't want to deal with other people's problems." He looked at me and goes, "Yeah, it's a good point." So anyway, over here I pretty much do what I want. Randy does what he wants. And today I'm sad because I have my cat's necklace and not my cat. I'd gladly trade. The necklace has 11 diamonds on it. So whoever made it knew his numbers. 1111 is about as good as you can get on the luck chart. That's why I try to do a lot of 1111 stuff. And 666 is not an unlucky number, it's a lucky number. They haven't been telling us the truth from the beginning. So I come out here to spout that out, put my phone up, hike another 5 laps, and wait for Randy to be ready to go to bed. I got my breaker. It wasn't there. I've looked at that spot 100 times in the last 4 months since the cat's been gone. And today it was there. Like I said, that's a good, damn good hiding place. Anyway, this is the 4th time I changed my pants. And 2 shirts. I got up in the morning, I put my warm clothes on, took them off when it got hot, put back on my shorts, played in my shorts for a while, hung out in a while and everything else, and then came back. Did the same thing, put them away. Well, the heater, we have a air conditioner heater, which is also a heater. And Randy wants to put it away when it gets cold. I want to keep it because I think it's helping out. We have heat on the floor and we have heat on the top. So, I don't know. It's this place. I'm just a visitor. I got another 8 phone calls on this phone. It's banking day, so they're going to try to give me a loan. I'll have to call Jonathan back again and say, "Hey, call me tomorrow about 10 or 11. And the market thing, 10 and 11. 10 and 4. Buy it at 10, sell it at 4. You get a couple hundred right away. The market set it up that way. And then they let it go. But anyway, I found that out. I was like, wow, that is so easy. I'm going to start doing that. I missed it today. I might miss it tomorrow, but eventually I'll get started on it. And then I'll do it. I'll run it through my Robinhood, which I'm going to run my TD Ameritrade through. But anyway, it is what it is. So things are coming around again. Taking advantage of it. Peace out. Love you guys. Later.